Hey you guys, I decided I was going to make a video today, and what I would like to talk to you about is inner beauty, self love, and I'm not quite sure what my title is going to be for this video, but I do know what my topic of discussion is, and that is, our inner beauty and self love. And if you'll just bear with me, I do believe as we progress forward, the title will come to me. So, like I said, just bear with me. And I've got an incense going, and I'm just going to go ahead and swirl it around and clear our space. I had it burning for some time. I always meditate before I do a video, and I lit the incense and I let it burn to cleanse my area before I began meditating, and I allowed it to burn during my time of meditation. And now that we're doing the video, I'm going to use it again to cleanse this space while we talk and we share and we grow and hopefully learn. And I just want to say this. I know as females, and it's not restricted to just females, but I do know with females, beauty is it's a very important topic for us. Women are so vain. I really hate to admit it, but women are vain, and I do believe that's due to, as women, and as young girls, females growing up in this society, we see pictures in magazines, and we see, girls on TV, on music videos, and, these pictures are beautiful pictures. These pictures are, women that are sensual and sexy, and, they're all just slender and curvy. And, if you had to imagine what the perfect woman would look like, you would probably imagine one of these women that you see on TV and that you see in magazines. And you know, I'm guilty of it as well. So, I guess you could say that old saying, the pot calling the kettle black. I'm here trying to tell you about this when reality I do the same exact thing. So, I'm guilty as well. I admit it. But, you know, as young girls, we grow up and we see the models, and we see the girls in movies and on commercials, and we make up our mind at that early age that that is beauty. And don't get me wrong, those girls are beautiful, and we can't all be thin, just as we are not all, on the heavier side. We're all different, and we're different for a reason. You know, think about it. If the world was a place where everyone and everything was the exact same way, there would be no beauty at all, because it would just all blend together. You know, when I look at someone, of course, I look at their outer appearance because we're human, we do that. And when you see someone that's handsome or pretty, you're naturally drawn to that person because, we are human, and our bodies, we have hormones and we have urges, and, that's just how our brain works. And we automatically, we're gonna look at a person that is, pretty, handsome, if they're built, if they're sexy, curvy, we're gonna look. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just part of being human. But, I have a hard time myself, And I'm very self-conscious, I admit it. And, sometimes things can happen to us, as children. We can have negative influences, in our lives, and that will, greatly, greatly affect us. We may not even realize how deeply it affects us. And I think that is what, is the issue with myself, not going too deeply into my personal life, because that's not what we're here to discuss. But, I've got to be honest with you guys, because how can I expect you to relate or resonate with anything I'm saying if I don't be honest? And, I didn't have the best childhood. I didn't have the best parents, giving me the best upbringing. I came from a dysfunctional home. I came from a home of alcoholics. There was mental abuse, there was physical abuse, and sad to say, there was some sexual abuse. But I'm not asking for any sympathy, I'm not making any excuses. The only reason I'm even, sharing this with you guys is just to explain, to show that, these things that happen to us, we shouldn't let these things define us, but we do. And, just as we will put this picture in our mind of how, our body is supposed to look, or how, we're supposed to walk, or how we're supposed to, carry ourselves, I can't help but to think, what is the what is the guideline for this? Where did it even come from that you have to look a certain way to be considered beautiful? Why do you have to be thin to be beautiful? Why do you have to be younger to be beautiful? There is beauty all around us. And, it took me a really long time to see this and to understand this. And like I said, I still struggle with it. And last night, as a matter of fact, I had a really hard time, dealing with it and accepting it. And luckily, I've got a really good friend, and my friend, we had a deep conversation. And, sometimes things are right there in front of our face and we don't see it. Sometimes it can be the simplest explanation, it can be the simplest result, or, the answer is right there in front of us, but we are consumed by our own emotions. And normally when we get to a point like that, it's usually negative emotions or painful emotions, past trauma. Those things, they do affect us. And we shouldn't let it define us, but we do. And that's when you really, really should reach for the goddess. When you are feeling low, when you are feeling weak, when you feel like you just, you don't know what to do or where to go, that's when you need to reach for the goddess. And, you have to remember, we all have our inner goddess. Even men have, an inner goddess. Even women have a inner god, because, there's two parts to everything, so you're gonna have a female side and you're gonna have a male side. So we all do have inner goddesses. We all do have inner gods. But, we are still human. And, humans are not perfect by no means. And the goddess, she knows this, she understands this. And she loves us so much that that doesn't matter to her. She accepts us. She accepts us completely and fully. We may not accept ourselves, or we may not, understand why she accepts us, but she does. And you will literally drive yourself insane if you see it and you try to figure out why. And I can tell you that because I'm speaking from experience. That's one of my biggest faults is with everything that I come across, with everything that I think about, with everything that I talk about, there's always that one little word on my mind, and that is why. And sometimes there's just no reason why. Why wasn't I born, thin? Why wasn't I born with straight hair? Why wasn't I born with pretty brown eyes? Why wasn't I born with, pretty high cheekbones like these models? Why? Sometimes there's just no reason. And some things are, passed down from generation to generation, traits and hereditary are just things you cannot control. And, all these wondering why and trying to, control something that you have no control over, it's just a waste of energy. And, I I would always sit and I would waste so much time and energy thinking and trying to figure out what can I do, you know, to be thinner? What can I do for my skin to glow? What can I do to have healthy, shiny hair? What can I do to make people want to look at me, to make people want to look at me in the light of, being a beautiful person? You know, I would always think, why? And sometimes there's just no reason why. Sometimes things are just what they are, and that's it, no more, no less. And the goddess, she has a reason for everything that she does or does not. She has a reason for everything, for everyone that she creates. And believe you and me, she does have a hand in creation, and that's a whole nother discussion, so I'm not going to get sidetracked. But just to say that the goddess is involved in everything that goes on, everything we experience. The goddess is in the center of it. She's always right there. And even though we're human, and she is the goddess, she still created us in her likeness, meaning there is something about us that resembles the goddess. So think about it. You may not look the way you want to look, you may not look the way you think you should look, but just always remember you were created in the goddess's likeness. So there is something goddess like about you because you're created, in her favor. And she created us all differently for a reason. And the old saying, beauty is only skin deep. Well, that is so true. Of course, you want to look in the mirror and you want to see yourself and you want to be pleased at what you see. But please, I beg of you, don't let it, control you. Don't let it dictate your life. Don't let something that's supposed to be so pure, that's supposed to be of happiness, because think about it, beauty is something that we crave. Beauty is something that makes us happy. You know, beautiful things, beautiful people, beautiful sounds, all of these things give you a positive feeling. So don't let something that is positive, like beauty, make you feel sad or make you feel unwanted or unnecessary, because, you know, there is a place for everyone. There is an importance of everyone. We are all here for a reason. We may not understand the reason. We may not even know what the reason is. And we may not even, you know, learn what that reason is until later on in our life, to the final stages of our life. But, that's okay. Just continue to live your life and live it to the fullest. And, remember what you put out, that's what you're going to get back. So just, try to put out positive vibes, try to put out happiness, try to put out love. When you look in the mirror, don't look at every little flaw you have. Instead of concentrating on that, concentrate on your good traits. I remember as a child, I used to get told all the time that my nose was too big for my face. And okay, maybe my nose is a little big. So what? If it doesn't bother this person, it doesn't bother that person, so why am I letting it bother me? Because the person that told me this to begin with, that my nose is too big, or my nose is ugly, or my nose doesn't suit my face, that person apparently has the problem. And it's not that they have the problem with me, it's that they have a problem with their self. And usually, when you want to take out something on someone, or you want to make someone else hurt, or you're trying to throw off on your own pain, we usually go for the people closest to us. We'll attack those that we supposedly love. And I don't know why we do that, but that's just part of our human nature, I guess. And I'm not making an excuse, because by no means is it okay to make someone else feel bad in order to make yourself feel better. That's not right, and you shouldn't do that. But as humans, we do. And, those little things that happen to us, especially at a young age in life, those little things are the things that affect us. Those are the little things that we let taint our mind and creep in, and they create doubt, and they let negativity in. And sometimes we just need a friend to listen to us. We need a friend to help us see. And that's what this video is about. Always look deep within. Don't just look at your outer appearance. Look deep within, because I have met some people, and they're, I guess you could call, like a plain Jane. They don't wear makeup. They don't have their hair done in no, special style or anything. They're just simple, and they're basic. But, for instance, this one individual, she's just as plain Jane as you could be. But when I talk to her and she smiles, and I see her smile, she has the most beautiful smile. That smile alone makes her look like a supermodel to me. When I see her smile, I am so jealous with envy, because she has a beautiful smile. And not only is her smile beautiful, it's contagious. When she talks to me and she smiles, I have to smile, because she just makes me happy. Her beauty makes me happy. And yes, she has a beautiful smile, but it's much more than the appearance of her smile. It's something deep within her. It's her vibes, it's her energy, it's her personality. Her beauty is not only, skin deep, because she has that beautiful smile, but her beauty, she has that inner beauty as well as that outer beauty. And if you ask her, she would tell you, no, I'm not beautiful. My smile's not pretty. She doesn't see it. But I assure you, it is there. She is very beautiful. And, I understand completely because I look in the mirror and I don't see anything great or special. I see me. And when I see me, that's all I see is me. I'll see that I wish I had straight hair. I'll see that I wish I didn't have all these freckles, or I'll see that, yeah, I do have a big nose, or I'll see that, my face, I've got a big round moon face, and that's not sexy at all. I'll see all these traits and these qualities that I'm not so crazy about. But then my friend assured me, look in the mirror, look at yourself. What do you see? And, I just see me. But then my friend tells me, but that is why I love you, because you're you. And it kind of clicked. Yes, I look in the mirror and I see me, but I'm just me. That's who I am. I'm me. And my friend, is pointing out to me that, that particular friend says I have outer beauty, but my friend points out that I have inner beauty as well, and it's the inner beauty that outweighs the outer beauty, if that makes sense. And your inner beauty is what affects people. When you have inner beauty, it makes people, want to be around you. Makes you want to resemble that person, or like with my friend with the beautiful smile. Every time I see her smile, I wish so badly that I had that beautiful smile. I'll watch her smile, and she's just the way she holds her mouth, the shape of her lips, the color of her lips. She has nice teeth, her cheekbones, just everything, that has to do with her smile, and it just makes her beautiful. And I just wanted to put that out there today because I struggle with, being self conscious. I really do. And you would think someone that is such a talker, and that someone that would actually make videos, would be, more outgoing and more, I'm a loss for words. I'm sorry, you guys, but you would think I wouldn't have any issues with being self conscious, but I really do. And I've struggled with it from such a young age. And I know now, I didn't know then, but I know now it's due to past trauma. So I just want to say, there's nothing that you can't understand. There's nothing that you can't get over. If you need a friend to help you, reach out to that friend. But if you feel that you have no one at all, just remember what I said earlier. When you're at your weakest, at your lowest, when you feel unhappy and unappreciative, and you just cannot see your outer beauty, and you just can't find your inner beauty, reach out to your goddess, because, like I said before, we are created in her likeness, and the goddess is the most beautiful creature ever. Think about it. The goddess is beauty, the goddess is love. You cannot, you know, define beauty without thinking of the goddess. And you are created in her likeness. So you have to have beauty, whether it's outer beauty, inner beauty, or both. And I'm here to tell you, each and every one of us have both. We just may not see it, we may not understand it, but it's there. So just open your eyes, and whenever you feel that you can't, see what it is you need to see and you can't grasp it, just reach out to your goddess and remember, she is the definition of true beauty. And as always, you guys, if you believe, you will receive. And I'll talk with you guys later. Bye.